The lesson for today is sales tax. So you are putting this in your notebook, writing this in the table of contents, putting the date with it, because that's what we're going to talk about, sales tax. I'm going to go through two problemos. And sales tax, just to give you an idea of what the heck it is, it's money that we need to pay. Money, money, money. It's always about money. But sales tax, for example, you don't need to write this out, but here's a receipt, and on the receipt you'll see there's a portion of it that says tax. So you have your total. This person bought 2 binders, a pen, blank paper, and a ruler. And they didn't just have to pay $38. They had to pay an extra $7.60 in tax on that. And here in Gunnison, it is the 20% is not what we pay here. It's 8.25%. So we don't pay as much as 20%, but it's something added on to your bill, okay, called sales tax. So let's try some of these. So the first one that I have, just straight up problem here, we'll just call it example 1. This is about a coat. You go to the store, you need a coat. You need to buy a coat. It's cold here in Gunnison. So you buy this coat. It's priced at 45 bucks. But when you go to the register, it's going to be more than $45 because you have to pay what's called sales tax. So I have to pay the $45 plus I have to pay sales tax. So that's going to be a certain amount. And in this case, it tells us that the sales tax is 8%. And 8% of what? Of what you just paid, 45 bucks. So we're trying to find what your total cost is going to be. So you can't say, today, can I buy it without the sales tax, please? No, you can't. So you're going to have to leave the store. So to figure this out, I am first going to need to calculate 8% of 45. So I'm going to find my handy dandy calculator. And before I use my calculator, 8% of 45. First off, what am I going to plug in the calculator? 8%. 8% is what is a decimal. If I'm unsure on the calculator, I'm going to do 8 divided by 100. And that'll tell me, because 8% is 8 out of 100, that it would be 0.08. Of means multiply. 45 means 45. Okay, it doesn't have a percent sign with it, so it's good. It's straight up 45. So 0.08 times 45, calculate that out. 0.08 times 45, and I'm at 3.6. So remember, I'm working in money. That was $45. So if I get 3.6, what is that in money? That is $3.60. So when I go to the register, are they going to see, and the total will be $3.60? You wish. No. That's going to be what's added on to the price of the coat of 45 bucks. So if you want, use the calculator. Otherwise, add up $45 and $3.60. Some of you could do that in your head. And you will end up with a total of $48.60 for the total cost of this coat with sales tax. Okay, let's look at one more. And this last one is going to be about a girl named Margie and her 4 friends. They went out to eat together. Oh, how fun! Good for them. So example 2 is about Margie. Yeah, her name is Margie. I've never known a Margie. Now I do, because I'm learning about her right now in this problem. She has friends. How many? 4. Margie and her friends, I'm going to label it. And what are they doing? Eating. Okay? Or at least they seem like that. So what is happening in this problem? They're eating lunch at a restaurant. It doesn't tell me the restaurant, so I can just make it up. Let's say they went to, I don't know, Gunny Sack. Okay? Why I say gunny sack is because their total bill is $52.50. So I'm thinking it's not McDonald's because it's around 50 bucks. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the problem. So the total bill is $52.50 before tax and tip. Ooh, so that's not even added in yet. You're like, well, I'm not going to pay those today. Yes, you are. Tax, you have to. Tip, come on, people. You have to give these people some money. So Margie has a coupon, good for her, for $10 off their total purchase. If sales tax of 6% is collected on the discounted amount, what is the total cost after tax? Okay, so right now we know the total cost is $52.50. But we know on top of this, there's going to be sales tax. I'm going to have to add in that sales tax. And the sales tax was 6% of what? The discounted amount. Oh. So I need the discounted amount. So the discounted amount I'm going to write in, well, it's not $52.50, is it? Pew! No. That's not going to be the total purchase. She has $10 off. So I'm going to take 10 bucks off that, and I'm at $42.50. I didn't even have to use a calculator. But then plus, she's still going to have to pay the sales tax, and the sales tax is based off of the discounted amount. So 6% of $42.50. So now I'm going to calculate out 6% of $42.50. So how do you do it on the calculator? It's what we've practiced. 6% as a decimal. If I'm unsure on the calculator, I'm going to do 6 divided by 100, which will tell me that that's 0.06 of multiply 42.50. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I had, what was it again? Oh no, I forgot. Let's see, it was what, 6%? So I'm going to do 0.06 times the discounted amount of $42.50. And there I have it. Oh my gosh, it's already in money for me. $2.55. I don't even have to do any rounding. So this amount was $2.55. So the total cost after tax with her discount, $42.50 plus $2.55. And what are we at there? We're almost there, people, to her final amount is 5, 10, 4, 5, $45.05. Now you might be like, well, is she going to leave a tip? Yeah, there's more to this problem, and we will be discovering that in class. So Margie and her friends at this point owe $45.05 with the total cost after tax and that discount. I'll see you in class, people.